We've got a huge contrast between the sky and the foreground. So it's quite a dark and moody scene. Good morning everyone. So for the last 24 hours we've had pretty heavy storms here. Not as bad as we had in September, but still pretty harsh. Heavy rain, and last night around sunset the sky was still completely black. I mean, just dark. I decided to come out this morning because I was hoping that overnight we'd get a little bit of the cloud clearing, and it has. Still very dark out to sea, but it's cleared up kind of towards the northeast. My first thoughts was that I was going to come out and see what the storms, the rain effect had on the beach, but they've already been erased at about 6 o'clock this morning. So I came up to El Bagnettes instead, and I just thought I'd come up here and get some shots around sunrise. So we're about 25 minutes before sunrise, and I've set up and taken a shot already. It was a bit dark to be videoing it. I've got 16 to 35 lens on, probably about 34 millimeters, and basically all I've got is this patch of water here in front of me, the rocks leading out, and some bright light in the sky. We've got a huge contrast between the sky and the foreground. And I've put in a 3-stop hard-edged ND grad and a 2-stop hard-edged ND grad to try and balance that out. And I'm just taking a shot at f11 for 60 seconds, 1 minute exposure. And what I'm hoping is that when it gets a bit brighter, we might get a bit of light further out that way, and then I can do some shots maybe with some breaking waves. We'll have to see. We're only about 2 or 3 minutes from sunrise now, and I can see where the light's breaking through over there. Scene's not great. Got really dark skies over that way and almost clear skies that way. But what I'm trying to do is use the shape of the baths here, the pools, to kind of lead across to the bright part of the sky. Still got the 2 filters in at the moment, and that's still required to balance the exposure. At the moment I'm down to a 3-second exposure, and that's not a nice exposure time because the water just looks muddy and horrible. So what I'm going to do is wait now until I can get down to maybe a second, half a second, and try and catch the water as it's flowing across this rock here in the foreground. That might look quite nice. It's almost like a waterfall when the water flows over it in the right way. Okay, the sun is now officially up. Been up for about 3 minutes. I can't see it. It's blocked behind the cloud. Just keeping an eye on the sea, keeping an eye on the exposure. Waiting until I can get a bit faster. I'm about 1.6 seconds now. I just keep dialing it down as the scene gets brighter. And I think what I'll do is wait until hopefully I've got a nice shot of this bit, and then I might look and see if I can find another composition quickly. As you can perhaps tell, the temperature here has dropped quite drastically in the last few days. Long trousers, long sleeves. First time since about the end of May, I think, I've been in long trousers and long sleeves. Okay, I have changed the composition just a bit. I've gone out to about 25 millimeters. I'm including a little bit of the land over in the background, just the edge of basically the Sierra Lava, because I think it balances a bit better. I was hoping I could drop one of those filters out, but I still need it. I'm down to a second now. We are about 8 minutes after official sunrise, and it's just not brightening up much at the minute, but I'll give it another few minutes and see what happens. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bump the ISO up a little bit so I can get down to like a half a second exposure and try to get some shots that way. I've put the ISO up to 250. That's letting me get a quarter of a second. So I'm going to take a few shots as the waves start to move around here. Okay, so I've finished taking the shots there. Hopefully I've got something that looks pretty good. Now I've moved over to right on the side of Bagnettes. There's kind of a little island almost here with a curve around it, but there's this channel that works its way out, and the waves are breaking in here quite dramatically. So I'm shooting at 16 mil. I have still got the two hard-edged ND grads in because that sky is still a lot brighter. Even so, it's quite a dark and moody scene. And what I'm doing is waiting for the waves to break as they come in, and then I'm firing off some shots. And I'm going to have to change my battery, I think. Okay, that's it. There's definitely not going to be any sunlight on the scene anytime soon. it's got a dark and gloomy, moody morning, which has actually been quite nice. Hopefully I've got a couple of quite dark, dramatic, moody shots out of it. We shall see. I guess you'll already have seen by now. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, and you're not already a subscriber, please consider hitting subscribe. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very much, I really appreciate that. If you have enjoyed the video, please consider hitting that thumbs up button, give it a like, and if you'd like to share it on social media, that'd be great as well. Leave me a comment, let me know what you think of the images, the video, whatever you like, ask me a question, and as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch. So, from a quite dark and moody El Campello in Spain, thank you very much for watching, and until the next video, bye.